Hello, everybody, and welcome to this here reading. So, right now, we want to check on our haters. We want to check in on our haters, see what God has been doing for us behind the scenes to bring us justice. And we want our haters to know that what they are experiencing is their karma for the bad things that they've done to us unjustly. Okay, so we're gonna choose four decks. Let's see what I'm gonna be guided to. Most high, if there's anybody trying to interfere with this reading, please block them so we can receive the messages that you brought us here to receive. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do 3 rounds using 4 decks. Okay, so hopefully everybody gets covered. Because there are 12 signs of the zodiac. I'm not gonna call the sign, but you'll hear this. If you feel pulled to the deck, then that message is for you. If you don't feel pulled towards any decks, then there's no messages for you. If you feel pulled towards all the decks, then you got a lot of haters and all the messages are for you. Okay? And everything in between. Right? So let's see. So karma 4. What karma are our haters going through? Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's for round 1. So let's pull that energy. There's a lot going on here. Okay, let's get the next one. All right, so pick your deck. Which one do you feel drawn to? Deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, or deck 4? What vibe are you feeling? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'm feeling drawn to deck 2. Okay. Are you ready? If you're not ready, press pause and decide. Okay. So, I feel a tiny bit drawn to deck 3 as well. Let's go. So, if you feel drawn to deck 1, let's see what punishment is your enemies or your haters suffering for unjustly fighting against you. Wow. Why is everything here upside down? Wait. It's just let me check and make sure I'm supposed to be reading them upside down. Hang on. God's not telling me. Pause. I'm not reading it unless I'm insure. Unless I'm insure. I'm not reading it unless I'm insure. Insure. I know this has everything to do with what is going on here. So let's just check out the words in the word insure. So there's like a delay, first of all, in this situation. Insure. Arrange for compensation in the event of damage to or loss of property or injury to or the death of someone in exchange for regular payments to a company or to the state. Meaning number 2 is to secure or protect someone against misfortune, for example. So insure. I'm not reading it unless I'm insure. Okay, so first of all, this deck is a music deck that I made. It's based on the music industry. I designed it to help musicians find inspiration and guidance when it comes to what to do next in their career or what they're doing wrong and so on. So this may have a lot to do with insurance. This may have a lot to do with contracts. Okay? And I said, I'm not reading until I'm insured. So you're not singing unless you're happy with your contract, so to speak. You're not, even if it's you're an actor or something, it's not like I'm not doing whatever my talent is unless I'm happy with the terms in the contract. So perhaps they gave you a dodgy contract. Even though you told them what you wanted, they thought that they were clever in finding a way to fool you and basically steal from you, okay, by using legal jargon. And they thought that they would get away with that. They didn't get away with that, okay? So if you're a talented person of any kind and you felt drawn to this, then this is about business. They tried to pull the wool over your eyes when it comes to some kind of business contract or business arrangement. And they won at that time, but now they're suffering for what they did to you. And that's why God wasn't revealing whether I should read the cards upright or in the reverse, because this part of the message had to come through so that you can get a better picture of what is going on. Okay? Then what we'll do is we'll relate the information on the cards in the context of this type of this topic. Okay? So let's see if God's ready this time. Okay, so I see the light at the top like here. So everything is in the reverse. Okay, so now we can interpret. Okay, so what is your hater or your haters' experiences as a result of unjustly hurting you in the situation? Okay, we have everything in the reverse. So first we're going to read them and then we're going to flip them. It says, you have been granted divine authority to be controversial. They have special anointment. No, they don't. So God has basically taken their power away, first of all. Let's see what else. Sing about the reality you want to see as though it already exists. So in the reverse is like, whatever they expect or whatever they hope for, it's not going to, they can't even see their way forward. Okay, sing about the reality you want to see as though it already exists. So they can't manifest. So they have no power, first of all, to be giving anybody any trouble. They have no power to manifest whatever they want to see. We got created with club vibes in mind, oneness through dance choreography. So there is no oneness, so their partners are separating from them, so they really fucked up. Then we have ask for it in the reverse. They can't ask for shit. And sing about their experience. They can't even say nothing because they know that they fucked up. So far what we got them experiencing is they have lost all power. And they've lost their position, first of all, their authority. They've lost their authority and they've lost the ability to manifest anything else because nobody wants to help them or work with them now. So they've basically alienated themselves from their business partners because of what they did to you. So whatever this is huge. Okay? For fucking with you. So that means they're gonna lose a whole bunch of business opportunities, and they're gonna lose a whole bunch of money. Okay, and this is very bad for their reputation. So let's see what these other cards were saying. So we had a lot of mystery cards. Okay, so the first one we got change your image, and this one came out in the reverse too. So Lord of mercy. Let's see how it's meant to be interpreted. Okay, that's meant to be interpreted this way. So that's the first card. Let's check the next one. It's this way. And then these two go together. Use that piece like this. Okay. So the first mystery card, change your image, is in the reverse. So they can't even change their image. So it's not like say they can even lie and say that they didn't do this or didn't do that. Everybody see them for exactly who they are. And maybe the people that were working with them are thieves and crooks too, but the problem is this person got found out. And it really damaged business proceedings. Okay? Okay. So the next card we have, this one is in the upright. It says, let your past self be great. Let your present self become great. Eyes to the future. Okay. So they need to do damage control. It's like you can't hide what you done. You might as well admit what you did, or they might as well admit what they did and just move on from there. The best thing they can do is admit. Okay? Okay. And then, so if these were this way, then this one's first, and then this one. So we got choose a movie, write and make your own soundtrack, album, or single to that movie. And that's in the reverse. So it's like they can't even. So it's saying just admit. They need to admit what they did and move on. And it's like I said, opportunities are being taken from them. So choosing a movie and write or make their own soundtrack to it, they can't. So it's like they have no say. And then the next one, we got turn your philosophical ponderings into songs. It's like nobody want to hear the shit that this person has to say. There's like their peers, their business partners and stuff, they just think that they're crazy and they're stupid. Okay? So they've made themselves look like a real jackass in this situation when they tried to get one over on you. Okay? Yeah, so they can't say nothing, they can't do nothing, nobody want to work with them. They're just like, you might as well admit to what you did and just do your best to see how you gonna move forward. But you ain't moving forward helping me work on any projects because your name is jacked up. Okay? You're a bad look. So yeah, like I said, they're missing business opportunities. Okay? Nobody want to work with them. This feels correct this way. So your last mystery card is in the reverse. It says, it's all about how you say it. In the reverse, it don't matter how they say whatever they got to say. Nobody want to hear what they got to say. They're basically, what they call it, blacklisted. They're blacklisted for what they did to you. So even if you see them look like they're working on new projects with new people and whatnot, just know that it's them trying to save their image as best as they can. It's fucked. Okay? So don't let them pull the wool over your eyes. Their career is really in the dumps right now. So that means their money is really taking a hit right now. Okay? Their income is jacked up. Right? And that's what fucking with you. So if you picked deck number 2, let's find out what's happening. Okay, so we got irrational. What? So the karma for your hater or haters is, first of all, they're irrational. So they can't even think straight or do anything straight. It's like they're trying to correct the damage, but they're just making things worse. It's like digging themselves deeper into the ditch or exposing themselves more as being guilty. Okay? Irrational, immature. We got sober, honorable, and self-mastery. So they see that they're an idiot. So that's their karma. So their karma is internal, where God is making it abundantly clear to them that they're an idiot. And this person must be a person that's very prideful for this kind of karma to be sufficient. You know, some people feel really like chest puffed out, like I am the man or I am the woman. You know what I'm saying? This person, they were being an idiot, and now they're sober enough to see this is what they should have been: honorable and self-disciplined, but instead they were irrational and immature, and they're kicking them oneself in their ass for being a jackass. Okay, so right now this person is fighting their own self. So if you see this person and this person look all prim and proper and putting on big smiles and looking like everything is all well in their life, it's not. When they go by themselves in their quiet, where they think nobody's watching them, they are in a very sad state of self. Basically in hell. Okay? Internal hell. Okay? So that's what they get for fucking with you. Now let's see what all these mystery cards were about. So we got this one, and then all of these came out together. Okay. So nonsense. Precisely. So they know that there was it's just nonsense. So let's see how this one is meant to be read. Sorry. Okay, there's a hold up on this one. So let's let this sink in. They know that what they did was nonsense. What they did to you was nonsense. Period. I think God want that to soak in. Maybe they're watching. Let's let that soak in a little bit for them. Idiot. Right. Let's see what else. This feels correct like this. Intelligence in the reverse. So God did want it to soak in, like you're a fool for fucking with whoever you did this to. They must be watching. God says you're a dummy, bruv. You're not intelligent. Okay, so now the last bit of the message, we got wise, distorted belief system. So they think they're wise. They think they're smart. They think they're intelligent. Then we got idle. So they're wasting time lying to themselves, thinking that they're wise. They're actually just wild. They're not wise. They're wild. They don't have no kind of self-discipline. They don't have no compass. You know what I'm saying? They mix up distorted belief system. They tell themselves things. They tell themselves things and they believe it just because they tell themselves. So these people, they have massive egos. This personal people, their ego is just off the charts based on nothing. It's like, calm down. You're not who you think you are. So for fucking with you, they're fucked up within themselves because now they see that they are an idiot. Okay? So, if you chose or if you felt drawn to, oh, that was mine as well. I'll go over it when I'm done. If you feel drawn to pile 3, let's see. The karma that your haters or hater is getting for fucking with you unjustly. Okay? They didn't have no business messing with you. So let's see what God has been doing for you behind the scenes that you probably don't even know. They're fucked up. Okay? God got them back on your behalf. Okay. So we have loss of opportunity. And loss of ability. And loss of authority. And loss of money. And loss of status. Whoa. And an ulcer. So an ulcer is like a hole. Things missing. Let's see. Let's read on. A viral infection. Okay, so the ulcer is basically, it's like they've lost a whole bunch of support. So where they used to be, have the say so, where people used to hold them in high regard, where they used to have a lot of opportunities to make a lot of money, where they used to have the ability to say, you do this, you do that, you do that, you do that, all that is gone. Ulcer. And it's viral, so that means it's a lot of people. A lot of loss, a lot of people. Let's see what the other cards are saying. Yeah, that make them lose their strength. So this person who thought they were superhuman and they gonna fuck with you because they have the power to do so, God just took all their strength from them. God showed them, look, you're only powerful because you got all these people to help you. But what if they're not available to help you? You by yourself, what can you achieve trying to hurt this person all by yourself? Very little. Loss of strength. And the last card, respiratory obstruction. So, it's like respiratory obstruction. Well, for me, my people have been trying to give me respiratory obstruction. My haters have been trying to mess with my respiration. That's like my lungs and, all that stuff. They have been trying. So for doing that, whoever is responsible for that, maybe they've been trying to mess with your respiratory tract as well. Okay? So for doing that to us, shit, they have fallen all the way down to the ground from grace. They lost opportunities. They lost their abilities to have authority over anybody, and that makes them lose so much money. They've lost their status, so people no longer see them as someone of high repute anymore because they did it to you unjustly. So the people that used to help them to mess with you are like, you're a fucking dickhead. What did this person do to you? So it's like this person, because they were well respected and had power over people to tell them do this, do that, do that, do that, they have caused their assistants to uh to basically collect karma as well, to some degree. I mean, if they didn't know that you didn't do anything to this person, then it's going to be less karma than if they knew that you didn't do anything and they're still helping this person to hurt you. But if they didn't know, they're gonna get karma, but just not as much as they would if they were helping this person to hurt you, knowing that you didn't do anything to this person to deserve what they're doing to you. Okay? So if they weren't messing with your respiratory tract, we got loss of strength and respiratory obstruction. So that's just obstruction. They have obstructions now. So it's like where they used to have a greater ability to mess with you, they are very much restricted. So you'll find your life to be a lot more peaceful. Whatever you used to, in whatever way they used to suffer you, because they had so much help, you're gonna find your life feeling somewhat more peaceful. You've been experiencing more grace periods where you just feel relaxed, your life feels normal, you don't feel tormented. Okay? That's because this person don't have the support that they used to have to mess with you. Okay? So let's see so we got loss of voice. They can't say anything to anybody. Nobody's listening to them anymore. And let's see the last mystery card. Loss of bladder control. Because it's nonsense. So what's bladder control? Bladder is where your urine come from. Urine is waste. Okay? So they're a waste. They're wasting people's time. They are wasting people's good credit, good karmic credit. Maybe some of these people that they influence to fight against you, perhaps you and them would have been doing great things together, and the people that were helping them, they see like you're just a fucking mess. You are just a mess, and I don't want to hear anything else from you. Don't call me to do anything else. Don't call me to help you to hurt this person anymore, because you're a fucking dickhead. Okay? Okay. Woo! Very nice, very nice. So if you felt drawn to this brown deck, the last one, let's see what karma is your hater or haters experiences for unjustly hurting you. So we got write about what you know about. Okay. Get back to doing it from your heart or soul. Step out on faith. Remember, it's a mission, it's not a competition. You are caring too much about what people think. Build it and they will come. So their karma, I feel like the problem that this person had with you is one of jealousy or something like that, because the karma that's coming out here is quite positive. Okay? So first, God says, write about what you know about. So this person need to stick to the facts and get back to doing something from their heart or soul. So it's like they were living from their ego or something like that. Okay, so it's like I'm getting a vibe where they lack self-confidence, but perhaps you're a person who is very confident and you're successful. So because they're jealous of you and your confidence and your success, they were trying to stop you instead of building themselves. So God is trying to remind them, or the thoughts that they've been getting is, you need to stop this nonsense because you have power too. You need to pay attention to what you know and do what you do from your heart and step out on faith. Believe in yourself. And remember, it's a mission, it's not a competition. You shouldn't be competing with anybody. And then God says you're caring too much about what people think. So that's this person's problem. This person don't have no self-confidence. And if they were to make a step that would make people laugh at them, it shatters them. They're very weak-minded. They're very thin-skinned. So people can talk shit or laugh at them, and it just fuck up their whole focus. This person is weak-minded. But God wants them to know if they build it, they will come. So if this person can find the strength within themselves, then they'll be all right. But instead of looking within and trying to build their self, they're looking at you and trying to bring you down because they don't have the strength to get up. Okay, so that's their karma. So their karma is to recognize that they feel like a loser. Yeah, so God is making them look at them own self and show them just how weak they are. And for someone who wants to be somebody, someone who wants to be a success, that is true punishment, because how do you run from yourself? You can't run from yourself. You can't lie to yourself. So this person has to sit and face the reality that they are their problem. You are not their problem. Your success is not their problem. Their problem is the fact that they don't feel like they can be a success. So instead of, and they're too afraid to take the steps. So instead of trying to build themselves from within, they want to look at other people who are a success and try and pull them down so they're on the same level as their loser ass. So, mystery card. Share the events of your own spiritual journey in your work, the rises and the falls. You see? So this person has a problem with looking at their falls. They want to rise and rise and rise and rise and rise and don't ever fall. You know, this person should take the time to talk to you so that you can tell them exactly how many times you have fucking failed. How many times you have misstepped. And have to get back up and get back on your grind. You have to get back up and you have to get back on your focus and do what you gotta do. You have to shake that shit off and go again. So if this person were to talk to you, they would know, listen, falling is a part of becoming successful. Nobody knows everything. Nobody can do everything. It's a learning process. Okay? And sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna learn. It's not lose. It's not win and lose. It's win and learn. And after you've learned, you go again. And one of these times you will have success. The objective is to not quit. So if this person was to have a talk with you, instead of trying to fuck you up just because you're doing well, they might actually learn something to help them to get out of their funk. Okay, let's see the last. Be yourself to attract the right people. Exactly. So this person clearly doesn't know who they are. It's like this person wants to be you rather than trying to understand who they actually are. And their karma is to recognize these things within themselves. So this might really make this is really making them feel like shit. So they're seeing that they are the fucking problem. It's not you. It's not your success that's the problem. They are their worst enemy in this situation. So this person is realizing that they need to check themselves before they completely wreck themselves. It's not that serious. Everybody falls. That's why people succeed. Is because you have learned lessons. Every time you try something and you fail, if you choose not to give up and you choose to pay attention to what you're doing and you're determined to keep going, you will learn. Like, you will start asking yourself, well, how did that go wrong? What did I do wrong? And then when you figure it out, that's a lesson learned that you will never repeat. Don't mean it won't happen again, but at least if it happens again, you know what you did wrong. So each time you fail, You get smarter if you're paying attention. But this person needs courage. They don't have courage to be themselves. They have no self belief. And their lack of self belief became your fucking problem because you have self belief. But anyhow, this person is going through it and they're basically being pulled out of the spell that they have cast on themselves by thinking that they can't. This is an I can't kind of person. I tried, it's not working. And then they just fucking give up. And then that becomes your fucking problem. Unfortunately. But God is beating them. God is beating them. So notice with whoever chose this deck, your person's your haters punishment is happening internally. Okay? Whoever chose this deck, your haters problem, your haters karma is happening internally. So they might look like everything is okay. It was this deck that came out with all these words. The irrational person. So these two people are suffering internally. So this is how God serves karma. Because how do you run from yourself? You can't run from yourself and you can't lie to yourself. This person, whoever was drawn to this deck, your haters are losing support at a ridiculous rate. And the way that they used to be able to hurt you, they won't be able to hurt you like that anymore. And then this person, this is like a musician or some kind of business. This is some kind of a business deal or something gone wrong because they tried to trick you and they just fucked them own self over. So see how God executes karma on our behalf. So this person, they lost a whole bunch of business opportunities. Their reputation took a major hit. So people who used to respect them and want to work with them, they don't want to work with them anymore. So don't let them fool you with their smiles and with their nice clothes and their nice car and acting like they're just the happiest people in the world. They are not. It's a facade. It's a facade. So I'm doing these readings so that we can understand how God works on our behalf when it comes to karma, because not every time that we get wrong somebody's gonna go to physical jail. When you're listening to a tarot reader and they talk about this person is going to jail or being stuck, this is what they mean. It's things like this where they lose the support that they had, so they can't move the way that they used to move. So you have to understand when the tarot reader say they're going to jail, it may not be physical jail, but this is some kind of purgatory. This is like it's a spiritual type of jail. Okay? So when they say this person is going to jail, they are going to jail, but you have to see jail in the way that it's meant to be viewed, or else you will think that the tarot reader is talking nonsense. This is the jail. To lose opportunities, to lose respect, lose status, lose your health, to have to look at yourself and see the error in your persona and know that you ain't, you are shit. These are some of the ways that God executes karma in our lives for hurting people unjustly. Okay, so this was the first round, and because this video is so long, I'm gonna stop this one here, and I hope to do 2 more rounds. Okay, so that everybody, a lot of people can get their good news about their justice, because God is working for us on our behalf behind the scenes all the time. We just don't see it. And now that we have the abilities to look and find out what God is doing for us behind the scenes, it's my pleasure to come and bring you readings like these. So we're going to check in We're going to do 4 more in the next live, and then we're going to do 4 more. Hopefully everybody gets covered. Well, a lot of people get covered. And then after that, we want to do a reading for the 144,000. Okay, we're going to do a check-in for the 144,000. And the reason why I did these before I did the reading for the 144,000 is because we need to realize that we, the 144,000, and those who are inspired by us, we need to realize that people don't get away with what they're doing to us. So when we're going through our difficulty and we don't know what God is doing on our behalf behind the scenes to bring justice to the situation, we think that there's nothing happening. And we need to realize that that's never the case. That's never the case. So that knowing that God is working for us behind the scenes, it gives us a bit of inspiration and motivation to keep going, knowing that when they fuck with you, you could just say to yourself, yeah, I don't have to do nothing. You gonna get fucked up. Yeah, because I didn't do anything to you. I'm gonna keep it just like that. I ain't gonna do nothing to you most of the time. But I know that God gonna do something to you for me though. So I hope to bring you the reading to find out what God did do for you because of the unjust trauma that they brought into your life. Okay? So just know they pay for the fuckeries that they do to you. Okay? Nobody ever gets away. Ever, 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 ever. We just don't know about the karma that they're experiencing. Because everybody like to put on their best face. You know, everybody want to always create this image like life is perfect. I'm living my best life. Fucking lies. Okay? So, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, take care of yourself and the people around you. Okay? And keep your karmic nose clean. All right. Bye-bye.